it's your boy Bobby Beast here. I want to talk about a subject that comes to mind, and that is, should Ghost be the main character of Power Book 5? I've been hearing you guys. I've been reading the comments. I've interacted with you. I've been hearing what you're saying. You guys all say Ghost should be the main character of Power Book 5. And you've said it should either be in a show called Raising Ghosts or him taking over Influence. I've heard that too. Now, what do I mean by that? For those of you who don't know, basically Power Book 5 Influence, which was originally Book 4, but became Book 5, that show was meant to be about the political world. And a lot of Power fans were very angry about the fact that Tate could be the main character of a Power show that was about him being a political figure or going on to become the lieutenant governor, because they felt like, nah, that should have been Ghost. Like, Ghost should have went on and done that. That's how a lot of Power fans felt and still feel. Now, I get exactly where you're coming from. You're like, of all people, Tate. Now, I think what it is with Book 2 has made people like Tate a bit more than they did, because at the end of Power Book 1, they absolutely hated him. But right now, people like him a lot more. They see how he worked, they see how he operates, and he even respects Ghost. When his conversations with Tariq, you know, he shows a bit of respect to Tariq's father, because let's be honest, Ghost was a friend to Tate, but an opponent. And the only reason why Ghost came at Tate like that was because Tate came at him like that. Sometimes Tate would be his friend and sometimes Tate would be his opponent, and Ghost pretty much came at him the same way. So when it comes down to it, with Ghost being the main character of Influence, yeah, it would make a lot of sense, because he would be the lieutenant governor. He would go on to be that person he wants to be. He would have went on to be that guy, and he would have been, you know, living that life and showing what it was in Power, because it would have been a learning experience for him. Not saying that Ghost needs to learn power or how to think. He would just learn how things go in the political world. He would see things on that side of life. He already technically did, but he would learn more about that, you know, that power, that political power. And it would have been a heck of a journey. So a spinoff about Ghost being the lieutenant governor would be great. But then I also heard you guys say that, nah, Book 5 should be Raising Ghosts. Now, the reason why they're saying Raising Ghosts is because of Raising Kanan. Now, me personally, I always thought that Raising Kanan would eventually include Ghost's story when he shows up in the series, because I kind of see Raising Kanan going long term. But the way the series is, it seems to be that it's going to be about Kanan, Rock, her brothers, Marvin, and Lulu and Jukebox. It seems like that show is staying stuck on them, and that's a great show. And to be honest with you, I wouldn't want to mess up that show's chemistry, because I love the way it is. And really, to be honest with you, I like for that show to end with Rock. Like, whenever Rock's ending comes, whether that be death or prison or escape, which I really hope is escape, I would love for that show to end with her, like the sunset on that show with her. And if we're going to tell a story about Ghosts and them, it should be an entirely different series. I agree with that. So when it comes down to it, I always thought that Raising Kanan would eventually include that story, but Raising Kanan turning into Raising Ghosts, like, okay, another book, here comes Book 5, Raising Ghosts, that makes a lot of sense as well. I wouldn't knock that. I would love to see the story of how Ghost and Tommy met one another, how they were coming up together, how Ghost was around his father, how pretty much Tommy's mom helped raise Ghost, and how they met Kanan, and how they grew into being who they were and met Breeze, and then we finally get that storyline we always wanted. I definitely would love to see that happen. But when it comes down to it, that's, stuff that we would love to see. And I think that's the only way we're technically really going to get Ghost back. Not knocking the fact that we all believe that he's alive or potentially alive, but the fact of the matter that if he's gone and the character is gone, maybe his ghost can show up in future shows to Tommy and Tariq and, Tate possibly and other people. But truth be told, a living ghost, I think right now with the way things are set, will only exist in the past, where in Raising Kanan, he's alive in that world. And then you also know that if they do a spin-off show about him growing up, he'll be alive again to a lot of fans and grow into being who he is. But when it comes down to it, that's me talking to you guys about the fact that, yeah, I do see where Ghost could be the main character of Power Book 5. That is something that I would love to see. I know you would love to see it. Heck, I'm pretty sure the people that work on Power would love to see it, but we'll see how that one play out. I just want to say to all of you that it is your boy Bobby Beast here. I just want to say much love, much respect. Hold it down. And 1.